If you've never hired a tree service before, you may not know what qualifications to look for when getting estimates.
Or maybe you've hired a tree guy and had a bad experience.
I'm Eli and this is Paul, and today we're going to share with you 5 tips for hiring a tree service in the state of Florida. Tip 1 is to get verifiable copies of insurance. There's all kinds of different insurance out there today. There's homeowners insurance, there's automobile insurance, there's life insurance. When a company says they're licensed and insured, you hope that means more than just they have a driver's license and automobile insurance on the old truck they drive. But how would you know?
There's 2 types of insurance that you need to make sure you have verifiable copies of when hiring a tree service. The first one is general liability insurance. So when you hire a tree service and they end up making a mistake while felling that tree and it ends up in your kitchen, general liability insurance is what's going to take care of that.
The other type of insurance that you need to get verifiable copies of is workers' compensation insurance. This is important because if you hire a company who doesn't carry this and somebody gets hurt, you could be held responsible for the injury. Many people assume that their homeowner's insurance would cover this, but in most cases, homeowner's insurance does not cover contractors.
Some companies will tell you that they have a workers' comp exemption, but exemptions are only available for up to 3 company officers. So if the owner has helpers on the job site, they are not covered, and if there's an injury, you can be held liable.
If you are working with a company claiming exemption, make sure you have documentation of who is actually covered, and make sure that those are the only people on the job site when the work is being conducted.
And you should always call to verify that the policy is active before agreeing to have any work done.
Tip number 2 is to always insist on getting a written estimate. This seems obvious, but we're amazed at how many times customers tell us they have not gotten written estimates from other companies. If the agreement's not in writing, there's a lot of room for confusion and error in what was actually included in the price that you were quoted.
A written estimate also makes it a lot easier to make comparisons if you're getting estimates from multiple companies.
Tip number 3 is to hire a certified arborist. Because there's no state licensing requirement for becoming a tree care professional, anybody with a pickup truck and a chainsaw can claim to be a tree expert.
But there's actually a whole set of standards set forth by the American National Standards Institute, which outlines proper pruning and care of trees. This standard is called the ANSI A300.
Certified arborists like Paul are required to follow the ANSI A300 standards in order to maintain their certification. If you're getting an estimate from a tree care service provider and they give you a deer in the headlights look whenever you mention the ANSI A300 standards, it's probably a pretty good indication you should hire somebody else.
Tip number 4, ask questions about how the job is going to be done. Will heavy equipment be brought on my lawn that could damage grass or irrigation? How long is the project going to take? Will climbing spikes be used on my trees? Does the company follow A300 standards?
These are all great questions to prevent you from running into surprises on the day that the work is being conducted. Tip number 5 is to never allow anybody to top your trees or to use climbing spikes on a tree being pruned. Topping trees is harmful for several reasons, and there are ways to reduce the overall height of the tree or to just simply make the tree safer without implementing this harmful practice. And using climbing spikes on trees will permanently damage them.
At JLH Tree Service, we love helping people find solutions to their tree care problems. You can find a wealth of helpful information available at our website, jlhtreeservice.com.
Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like us on Facebook and give this video a thumbs up.
I started out really good.